Well, go Big Red.
Yes.
It is August 1st. My name is Louie.
My name is Seth.
I'm the dad.
I'm still the son, unfortunately.
All right. Unfortunately, yeah, take it. So basically, we're ready to go.
Yeah, camp's, 5 days away now?
That's right. Big Ten Media Days were last week. We heard all the usual crap. Everybody's hyped up. Everybody's got
Hyping
all their little scripts, they say.
Yeah.
I kind of like what I heard. Jared Crick's the only one I like what I heard from.
Right. That's another video.
Oh, that's right.
Another video.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna be
so
doing
basically,
something
this
better.
video is about Taylor Martinez.
Yeah.
So this video, I want it to be a little more like, what are we going to talk about?
Well, for one, I am sick and tired of hearing people talk negatively about this kid. The rough ending to last year, the everything like that going into this year, the bad spring game. People need to realize again why he was so great, why he had us just so thrilled every single time he took the ball down and run.
Who talks bad about him?
Well, for one, you.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody from the spring game especially. And Breon Carnes, forget that noise. Forget it.
So you want to talk about...
I want to talk about why he's going to tear it up this year.
Well, get on it.
Yeah.
Why?
First off, one of the main reasons is a year older. Okay? Doesn't seem like much, but going from a freshman to a sophomore, I mean, you see like Sam Bradford from his freshman to sophomore year, Tim Tebow. I mean, this is when quarterbacks make their jump and you find out who they are and who they're going to be throughout the next couple years and what type of career they can have.
But what makes you think, I mean, seriously, what makes you think he's poised to do that?
Because everything I've heard, I actually believe.
Well, okay.
I believe it. And, I'm hearing he's more mature. He's taken over this offense. He's more comfortable with things. And the biggest thing is he's a leader now. I heard Jared Crick talking about it in the Big Ten Media Days, how Taylor Martinez has stepped it up, is getting on people all day during practice when he has to, and he's really taken charge of this offense. Even if he's a bad leader, it doesn't really matter to me. The fact that the quarterback is even being the leader, that's the most important thing, because everyone will feed off that.
Right.
There's natural leaders and position leaders, and maybe even Rex Burkhead is more of an overall leader than Taylor Martinez. But as far as that offense goes, vocally in the presence, it has to be him.
That's right. Yes.
And I'm hearing it is, and I like it. And the biggest reason why I like it is it's not coaches saying it, it's players. That's almost more important because the players don't have to hype it up.
Yeah, they don't have to do it.
Right,
yeah.
but the fact that they're choosing to do it, for one, that just to me, that makes me believe it even more.
I actually heard, and it kind of, Taylor Martinez, one thing about him, and I've said this before, he is one of the fastest college football players I think I've ever seen. And anybody who saw the first 5 or 6 games last year, he got hurt, so what?
Yeah.
But if you saw those first 4 or 5 games last year, you had to be in shock. You had to be completely blown away. I remember, you don't. I saw Deion Sanders in college.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. And it had been a really long time since I seen a college guy hit a crease and be gone.
Right.
And
come on, man.
now his weight room, they're all this talk is about he's bigger.
Yeah.
He's bulkier. He's getting, Jared Crick, didn't he say he's getting his beast on?
Yeah, he's getting huge now is what is the
And people are like, Taylor Martinez is going to be slower.
Here's the thing. For one, we have a great strength and conditioning coach. Dobson does a phenomenal job. He's been getting guys since he's been here and has really worked his system. People are getting bigger, they're weighing more, but they're getting faster, they're getting quicker. Look at a guy like Roy Halou.
I forgot the main thing I was trying to say.
What?
If Taylor Martinez loses a step, so what? Because he's still the fastest guy on the field every day.
That could very well be true.
Go ahead.
That could very well be true. But what I was getting at is, you see like a guy like Roy Halou's a perfect example. Put on close to 30 pounds since coming here as a freshman. And he got faster every year. Bigger every year. Bulkier.
That was shocking. I know we're not talking about him.
I know. But Dobson has a way of doing that with these guys. And it's okay for Taylor Martinez not to be as fast. Him being even 85% is still an elite rushing quarterback. And the fact that now he's going to be able to take the hits from the bigger defenders in the Big Ten, be able to take them more, take more punishment, it's only going to keep him healthier. And for one, not get him as tired. And it'll really help him out. And especially, I mean, he doesn't even have to run the ball every play, but it will help out tremendously.
Okay, but you say that, and last year, I just heard a statistic about Denard Robinson. Like, he got knocked out of the game. He played in 12 games and got knocked out of 9 of them. So why am I not to think that the Big Ten's going to smack the crap out of him?
Because here's the thing. You take Denard Robinson out of the equation, you have to worry about nobody on that offense. You take Taylor Martinez out of the category, you still have to worry about Rex Burkhead. You still
and if Rex takes it from
right
in the Wildcat, it's
right,
on.
Right, and Rex is a great Wildcat quarterback. We can use him that way. Plus, I don't care who the quarterback is, even if it's Rex. Every defender has to know where a guy like Kyler Reed is. So there's 2 more. Then you talk about a guy maybe like Jamal Turner keeps it up this spring, or this fall, and I personally think he's going to, because that kid is very special.
I can't talk about him right now.
Not now. We'll save it for the next one. But I tell you what,
a little bit?
no. I tell you what though, there's 3 right there, and I can go on, but I'm not going to before we run out of time.
Yep.
But there's 3 right there, just off the top of my head. There's no one for Michigan you have to really worry about other than Denard Robinson. That's why I think he's not going to get knocked out of as many games, because in a way there's more to the offense than him. And I think the key won't be on him necessarily.
Yeah, like
it helps.
kill him and we got the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah,
and
right.
I really think that's going to be the difference. I don't think he is going to get knocked out. Plus, I think our offensive line is way better than Michigan's. I mean, I know there's a lot of unproven there, but I tell you what, the offensive line is going to be very well improved.
Okay, I can't talk about the O-line in this video.
You can talk about it.
Okay, I think Barney Cotton's got 1 chance left.
Oh, right,
and if this offensive line has probably cost us 4, probably 5 games in the last 2 years. Cost us so much. They just seem like the most lackluster bunch. And if Taylor Martinez is going to light some fires under some butts, that's where he needs to start. Because these guys are, at times, I'm sorry, I'm disgusted by it because they seem like they're gutless.
Let me say something.
And they got to be the toughest 5 guys on your offense.
And let me say something real quick. Being a guy who was a lineman in high school, if a quarterback takes that leadership role, you want to play for him more. If he's just sitting off to the side as a tough, nasty dude like you have to be to play on the O-line, you don't want to play hard for no fairy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You want to play...
Oh, don't use that. For
okay,
softy.
Softy.
Yeah.
Softy. I know. Softy. How about that? And you don't want to play for someone who's not fired up, who's not going to get on you. I tell you what, if a quarterback's leader and he gets on you, you're not messing up the next play. And you might not mess up again the rest of the game. I mean, that's just how it is. The line will feed off Taylor Martinez being the boss.
Alright. Oh, excuse me. I'm not used to staying up as late as I used to be. Okay. I know. You have some really good points here. You really need to get to addressing them. I like this one. These 2, I disagree with you a bunch on this one. Go ahead with it though.
What he's talking about is he disagrees with the fact that there's going to be more weapons around Taylor Martinez. Because if you know anything about this guy, he hates the recruiting process. He hates hearing about people who haven't played a down yet. But he'll talk your ear off about Jamal Turner, though. But not now. But guys like Kenny Bell, Stanley Jean-Baptiste, Aaron Green, Amir Abdullah, Braylon Hurd, he could care less until he sees it.
That's right.
So when he says there's not going to be more weapons around him, that's where he's coming from. But I tell you what, one thing with having guys like that, I don't care I don't care necessarily how good of football players they are. Speed kills. And when you bring in speed, that's something that can't be coached, and you can't coach against it. Speed is speed. And against the bigger and slower defenses in the Big Ten,
that's the point I like.
You know, having that speed, it's even led by Taylor.
Yeah.
Speed in himself.
Yes.
You have speed literally all over the place. You know, Rex isn't the fastest guy in the world, but he's a perfect combination of speed, power, agility. Rex is a beast, and if people don't believe
we saw him in the spring game. He looked so good. Oh my goodness.
Just if you don't know who Rex Burkhead is, or you don't know just how good he is, just watch him. You will be impressed. But getting back to the other things we were saying is that this offense is another reason why Taylor is going to really tear it up this year. Is this offense is built just for him, and
I can't argue that.
You have a guy with his skill, you almost have to. But,
yeah.
And you know, it's similar to the offense he ran in high school. Hopefully, it's a lot more elaborate and better scheme-wise than a high school offense. But it's similar. So he's going to be more comfortable in that aspect. Right. And he's not going to have that freshman deer in the headlights look like we saw a lot last year. And I don't want to bash him for that because he's a freshman.
Right.
I mean, people got to realize that. But the fact that he's going to be more comfortable in an offense similar to what he ran in high school can only just make him just have that confidence.
Okay, I will ask you this. This is one thing, and I'm going to get a little off the Taylor Martinez, but not much. The offense has to be tough. It has to show some freaking heart. It has to show that they care, that they got that N on their helmet. And I have been so upset with them for 3 consecutive years. And if that offense is going to turn it around, he has to do it. Can he do that? Can he make them tougher?
Yes, he can.
How?
He can because, for one, I think he has it in him. As a competitive athlete, I think he has it.
Can he lead them? Can he lead the charge to being tougher?
I think he can.
Okay.
I really think he can. And it doesn't have to be with breaking time. I mean, he doesn't have to be a Tebow. He just has to be the boss and own it.
There you go.
He just has to be the boss and own it. You don't need him to be Tebow throwing up fist pumps like the situation from the Jersey Shore.
If your quarterback goes over and tells Tim Beck that left guard is sucking it up and he's not playing. You know, when you establish yourself as a leader and you go over and you bitch about your personnel to your coach,
there's some things about Taylor. There's some things about Taylor where you can see some of it through his cockiness and his arrogance. And
his confidence or his cockiness?
Cockiness and his arrogance at times, especially with the media. It's kind of like he's kind of a little. I don't like to use the word.
Don't.
He's kind of like a little a-hole. And that's fine for a leader.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine for a leader. I want that as a leader, personally.
The young Brett Favre was a...
But I want to make one last point before we go here with this. The up-tempo style that keep hearing we're going to run, I firmly believe we are going to run it. It's going to probably look a lot like the Oregon offense as far as tempo-wise. Maybe not as fast, because, they've just perfected it beyond all belief. But that will even wear down these big defenders even more. And in a way, it takes less time out of practice to work on schemes because you have to run more to get in that shape.
They'll still put in their time.
Well, right, but you know what I'm saying. It does a little, and then go back to the speed factor. When a defense is getting slower and your speed is still faster, and it's just getting faster with every quarter. It's scary to think about that as far as it goes.
All right, dude. I sure hope you're right.
So do I.
Nobody wants this kid to come out and tear it up more than the both of us.
But that's all the time we got for this video, guys.
All right. T-Magic.